Well, hello there, and welcome to Mind Your Business. I'm Jennifer Anderson, Executive Director of the Georgina Chamber of Commerce and host of the show. Well, from the very beginning, we have wanted to help businesses on this show. First, we were helping businesses as they navigated the lockdown and all of the closures and the shutdowns that we were going through. And now we're really navigating the reopening and helping businesses figure out what grants and opportunities are available to them. So it only makes sense to do a show about the Bounce Back program. This is an amazing program that is available for businesses in our community. And we have the right people on the show today to tell you a little bit about it. With the town of Georgina, town of East Gwillimbury, and York University's Y Space, they launched the Business Bounce Back program. And it really is a program that's designed to help businesses and individuals pivot their existing business or to create a new venture. So not only do we have a couple of the organizers for the program, but we also have a couple of businesses who have been through the first two cohorts. And of course, this is perfect timing for any businesses who are looking for this type of opportunity, as a cohort is opening in October. So let me introduce you to our guests today. First, we have Christina Liu. Christina is with the town of Georgina. She's the Economic and Tourism Recovery Program Coordinator. Hi, Christina. Thanks for joining us again on the show.
Hi, Jennifer. Thank you for having me on the show.
Well, I am going to start with you, Christina, with questions, but first I want to just introduce the rest of our guests here today. David Kwok is the Associate Director of Entrepreneurship at York University. David, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Jennifer.
Thank you for being here. And we have two local business owners. We have Kim Mortson, who is the owner of Body Design. Hi, Kim.
Good morning, Jennifer. I'm really excited to be here.
I'm excited to hear about what you're doing with your business. I've known you for many years, so it's nice to be able to talk to you about your business now and how the program is helping your business. And as well, Sandra Hutchings is with us. She is the owner of Hutchings Farm, and she was one of the program participants as well. Hi, Sandra.
Hi, Jennifer. Thanks for having me here. I appreciate the opportunity.
Thank you. So we are going to talk to you, Sandra, and Kim a little later in the show. Want to start with Christina. Christina, we work together quite closely as the Chamber of Commerce and the town of Georgina. And so it was great to hear that the town was looking at this opportunity and was really creating this opportunity for businesses in this community. So first of all, tell us a little bit about the Business Bounce Back program.
Thank you again for giving us the platform to talk a little bit about the program. Yes, so the Business Bounce Back program essentially is a no-cost business training program. So existing business owners and entrepreneurs can learn everything from business planning, social media marketing, sales training, and so much more through the program. The program essentially provides entrepreneurs with the tools, skills, and connections needed to really scale and thrive in their industry.
So to me, this is a little bit of a silly question, but why is a program like this important for businesses? And I think you really summed it up with what the program is.
So I think the program is really important for both the communities because it provides owners and entrepreneurs with the training that they require to either, as I said, start their business or really pivot and scale their business forward. Especially during current times. So many entrepreneurs have had to learn new skills and bring their operations online with the restrictions that the pandemic has brought forth. Also, I think customers are expecting a different level of service as online shopping has skyrocketed over the last 2 years, and owners really need to learn new skills to stay current. And I think this program allows them to learn those skills that they require.
And I assume that is the reason, when you start looking at a program for businesses in this community, that was kind of the history and what started with this launch of the program.
Yeah, that's correct. So the town of Georgina, town of East Gwillimbury, and York University really saw a need for business training in the two communities. And we had a previous relationship because we collaborated on another program or project before. And so the three organizations decided to come together and really create a program specific to the community's needs. and actually modeled after another Y Space program that was very successful in helping entrepreneurs launch their business called the Side Hustle.
Yeah, the job that you do in this community really is, you have a pulse in what's going on and what's needed. So it's kind of a natural progression to take a look and go, this is exactly how we could help businesses in this community, especially during this time.
Yes, that's right. I think our division, so Economic Development and Tourism, we are really connected with the community's needs, and EG's Economic Development and Tourism do the same thing. So as the pandemic started, and the restrictions came on board, we started to connect with our business improvement areas, our BIAs, our entrepreneurs, and really ask them, what kind of support do you need? What are you looking for? And so based on those conversations, when this opportunity came along, we knew that, this would be a successful program, and there's a real need for it.
Can you break down the program for us? So for, businesses who are interested in becoming involved, what is a typical timeline for one of the cohorts?
Definitely. So each cohort runs for 3 months, and there are 3 components to each cohort. The first component is a design thinking workshop, which is a 6-hour workshop delivered over 2 days. And it allows for entrepreneurs to identify their business ideas, validate these ideas, and then build the skills needed to implement new and sustainable revenue streams. The second portion of the program is courses that are delivered through General Assembly, so you have access to paid courses. And General Assembly is an online training academy. All the courses are online, and they have over 150 courses that have been ranked award-winning. It's an international company, so it's quite a neat experience to take some of their courses. And the third portion is the mentorship piece. So each entrepreneur is matched up with a mentor, and they meet with them on a weekly basis for 6 to 8 weeks. And the mentor really allows for the entrepreneur to set a set of goals in the beginning of the program, which then they check in on and help them move along so that by the end of the program, they're able to reach those goals for their business.
We spend a lot of time talking about the negatives of COVID and the impact that it has. Maybe one of the positives is the idea of that online and interactive. And, we may see that progress long after what we've gone through during the pandemic. But the idea of having that expertise and those resources at your fingertips and through online allows businesses to be able to balance work and also take part in a program like this. Is that a fair assumption?
Yes, definitely. So the online courses and meeting with your mentors for the programs are very flexible. The courses are, as I said, delivered online, but they're Monday through Friday, mornings to evenings. So it's very flexible to the entrepreneur's schedule. And yes, I agree with you. I think moving forward, there will be a hybrid model. A lot of businesses are coming online, and, that allows for, some benefits to many entrepreneurs. Hopefully they're able to streamline their services. Hopefully they're able to learn how to, conduct business in an easier way for them, a more accessible way. And I think a lot of entrepreneurs are enjoying the online aspect. It's a lot to learn in the beginning, but they really are enjoying the flexibility. As long as they have a strong enough internet connection, they're able to conduct business virtually.
Very good. Okay, hold that thought. I'm going to bring David into the conversation because as a partner of the program, there is a wealth of information and resources that Y Space and York University brings into this type of partnership. So David, first of all, for anybody who doesn't know, what is Y Space?
Sure. Thank you, Jennifer. So for anyone who doesn't know, Y Space is York University's pan-university entrepreneurship hub. So what we do is we have a suite of 13 programs that focus on different levels of entrepreneurs and different stages of entrepreneurs. So we support anywhere from food and beverage companies that are looking to scale to innovative technology companies, from ideation all the way to the scaling front, as well as women entrepreneurs who are in the professional services and product-based side. We have a myriad of programs. We offer educational workshops, mentorships, and then we also support in the kind of acquisition of customers as well as fundraising if necessary as well.
So this seems like the perfect fit for having Y-Space become involved with a program like this.
Yeah, we were really excited to work with the town of Georgina and East Gwillimbury. To be completely honest, I think a lot of our work previously was in the southern three municipalities, and we've always looked at how do we get engaged with the northern communities, such as Georgina and East Gwillimbury. And this was a perfect opportunity, I think, to your point of COVID and how it kind of altered the way we thought about program delivery. We didn't need to physically be there, which helps a lot, but it allowed us to really start engaging and moving up our timelines of, well, now let's start delivering some content virtually. And when we were presented with this opportunity, we thought it was such an amazing opportunity for us to come in, work with some of the community members and start understanding what some of the needs are. I think every community is a little bit different. So now we're starting to learn and understand what some of the things that we would need to do, how we're altering programs. So Christina's done a great job from cohort to cohort, tweaking and altering as we constantly get feedback from the participants.
Are you seeing the need of businesses change? Because, you know, you've been working with businesses and I would assume that if that help with just marketing and pivoting their business to make it more beneficial for their business would be constant. But now you add, you know, having COVID in there and having shutdowns. So is there a different need that you're seeing businesses require?
Yeah, I think what COVID has done is really shifted the way that we traditionally thought about doing business and the way that we need to conduct our business. I think a lot of times where we've seen a lot of folks who were in person now starting to look at virtual models and potentially not going back, right? If we found a way that works, potentially not going back or finding a hybrid approach. So I think the needs have really started changing, and it's really brought us to this point where we need to think about sustainability for the future. You know, no one knows when this is going to end, how it's going to affect us post. So now it's more about, okay, sustainability for the future. And if we need to bring things back in, we can, but understanding what that requirement looks like. And I think we're all starting to get a better understanding after a year and a half, but I think there's just tweaks and things like that that will consistently stay, and that will actually add on to new revenue sources for the companies.
Right. Christina was talking about kind of the three different sections of the program. What involvement do you have in each of those sections or in the program in general?
Yeah, so working with Christina for us as the university, what we're primarily focused on is facilitating some of the relationships with our mentors and workshop facilitators and General Assembly who we've worked with previously as well. And our role really is supporting and providing the infrastructure. I would like to say Christina is the star. You know, she's really the executioner and getting everything done and working with the companies to make sure everything is up to date. But leveraging some of the existing infrastructures that we've had and understanding, you know, where we can go to for certain supports, how we can reach out to certain mentors, and if there's additional subject matter experts that we need to bring in or workshop and content we need to bring in, that's where our team can really step in and quickly facilitate those opportunities and bring those to life.
And isn't it great that we can talk about Christina and how great she is, and she's here and is listening?
Absolutely. I was like, without Christina, there's no program. That's what I always say. So it amazes me how much she knows the community. I think that's the other thing that we quickly learned. It's, you know, with the town of Georgina and Gwillimbury is how connected they are to their business community. I think within the first cohort, I always laugh about this because Christina would come to us and say, hey, we have our participants, and I'm pretty sure every time we see someone, I'm like, Christina, I'm pretty sure you know them, right? Like you're friends with them. Like it truly feels like a community, which is unique. I would say it's honestly unique. I think, you know, we've talked about small town vibes and things like that, but that community, that camaraderie, and the way that the group comes together. We have a Facebook group and it's extremely active. It's probably one of the most active groups in terms of across some of our portfolios of programs that we've had. And it's amazing to see how they support one another, work through things together, communicate with one another. So I think that sense of community is always going to stay.
Well, and I think you've hit the nail on the head. It's the idea with programs like this, it's collaboration is key. And it's great to collaborate with local businesses and organizations, but that's why the collaboration is so great. When you have different organizations that excel in certain areas and they bring the best out of of the others. So I think you're bang on when you have a great partnership and you're doing something right. That ripple effect into helping local businesses is the result.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And we couldn't have asked for a better partnership. We're excited, and we're really hoping we'll continue the partnership into new and exciting opportunities for both the towns. And we think there's something interesting and exciting that we can deliver in the continuing years as well.
And just one last quick question, David, because I know, we're talking about the Bounce Back program on this episode. However, Y-Space, when you head to your website, there's lots of information about the different programs that exist. And so there are a lot of opportunities for businesses.
Yeah, we have, as I mentioned earlier, we have 13 different programs with different focuses and different streams. The way I like to classify ourselves is we're a life cycle incubator, is the best way to think about it. We can take on and work with entrepreneurs at any stage of their life cycle within the entrepreneurial journey and understand how we can fill in the gaps or connect with the community. And I would say some of the ones that we've done that we've really focused on supporting, that's going to be a little bit different for us, is, working with professional services, especially women-led professional services. And I think a part of that was understanding that is probably a community that wasn't getting the support as much as they needed from the community. So over 90% of our participants within our ELA program, which is our women service-based and product-based accelerator, over 90% of the participants, it's their first time, and we've had 90 participants. So 9 out of 10, it's their first time being accelerated. And I think that's where we excel, is finding those gaps and working with great community partners and identify those gaps and understand how we can deliver a program that's going to be impactful.
Amazing. David, thank you for being a part of the conversation today. It's one thing to talk about the program, though. It's another thing to hear the results of the program from people who have been a part of it. So, Kim, want to hear from you. First of all, let's set this up. Tell us a little bit about your business.
Well, thank you, Jennifer. My business is Body Design. We've been in business now for 19 years in East Gwillimbury, and we offer personal training and group yoga classes and group fitness classes. When the pandemic hit a year and a half ago, prior to that, were delivering all of our services on site. So all of our clients were seen in person, whether they were going to a group fitness class or they were doing personal training. And when the pandemic hit, that changed completely.
Yeah, well, and my question was going to be, with a business that's 19 years in, what makes you decide, a global pandemic makes you decide that something needs to be done and something needs to be altered to continue?
Definitely. Well, it was either life or death. Basically, it came down to we couldn't see our clients the way we had traditionally done so. So it forced us to make some very quick decisions, and we were able to move everything online and offer our classes on Zoom, as well as our personal training services. And we've been doing that now for the last year and a half. But there's been issues that come with that. Our clients weren't necessarily ready to make that leap onto the online space. This was something completely new for them, to access fitness services online. And there was quite an educational piece to that. We had to train a lot of our clients how to use Zoom and develop that comfort level with accessing our services now in that format.
So how did the Bounce Back program help you then to be able to provide these services?
The Bounce Back program, to be honest with you, helped with my confidence. That was the big thing, because I was running the business as I felt I saw fit, with the knowledge that I had at that particular time. And the courses that we had available to us through the program have been absolutely amazing. So I took a Facebook advertising course. I took another one on email marketing. And these are all the new ways of shall we say, reaching out to not only your existing clients, but also to your potential new clients. So it was brushing up on my skills and looking for new ways of advertising. And so I would have to say definitely learning new skills.
And that's obviously, having those skills is imperative, not only in, dealing with right now in that recovery, but also for the rest of your business and its existence, right?
Definitely. It's lifelong learning. As a business owner, if you think that you can start or continue your business as you have been doing for the last number of years and just keep going and going and going, you can't do that anymore. You have to be continually innovating. You have to be continually looking at new ways of delivering your services, new ways of advertising, because the world around us is evolving all the time. The pandemic, I would say, sped up that process. It forced us maybe to look at some of these new ways of doing businesses maybe before we would have normally done so. So I don't see it necessarily as a bad thing. It's just accelerated the process. That's all. And I see it as a good thing. It's always good to be innovating and looking for new ways of doing things.
Sounds like a recommendation to me.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So what you're saying is a recommendation. Yes. Thank you. What about you, Sandra? Let's talk first about your business.
So we have Hutchings Farm is Farm Gate Sales, and it is our produce as well as value add products. And just trying to embrace change. People in the last year have been great at coming to the store, but things have changed and evolved, and people are moving to online shopping, and the applications are constantly changing. And I'm not a real tech savvy person, and you can even shop online on Facebook, on Instagram. So it was just different things. It's storytelling is the new marketing. So this has been just a terrific program for us. When I initially looked at the parameters, the time that you needed to be involved, initially kind of made me hesitate. It was a lot of time. But when you think that this is the time that you're running your business anyways, so basically the time is making improvements and taking the General Assembly courses. They were terrific. They were people from all over the world coming together and learning new skills. And I really enjoyed the program. And for anyone who is hesitating on joining up to the cohort 3, I would definitely encourage you. There's such a great variety of classes to fit your personal needs.
Yeah. Well, I am going to disagree with you on one thing. And I know you said that you weren't tech savvy, and well, you may not be tech savvy, in terms of marketing and having very clever online presence, you win the award for that. So if a program like this helps you to enhance that and to only further your skills, then I think it's going to be amazing.
Thank you, Jennifer. That makes me feel very good.
Well, it's very true. There's no one more punny than Sandra Hutchings on social media. But in terms of this program, I mean, I think you are correct. It's when you look at it and you feel that the time is daunting, or even it's above your head in terms of your skills, and you don't think you're going to be able to do it, you certainly learn that that's not the case, that it really does fit into your timeline and your schedule and only enhances what you are already doing. Is that fair to say?
Absolutely. And just even with the mentor that we were paired with, so you meet with them on a regular basis, and they're number crunching. They're looking at your products and how you're pricing them. And it was I was challenged by my mentor, and thinking that I had all of the answers. And my mentor really kept me on my toes and really just helped to make decisions that I would have procrastinated on, because when you don't want to do something, you tend to just put it off. So
another recommendation for the program, then. That's what I'm hearing.
Another recommendation for me, for sure.
Yeah. Perfect. Christina, just want to ask you one last question. It really is, we've talked to two businesses who are very diverse, and this is just two of many businesses in the first two cohorts, and I'm sure that they fall across all different sectors. It really does speak to the idea that this is a program that is available to all businesses, no matter what sector they fall in.
So the program actually was built to focus more on the tourism and hospitality industry, as that was the hardest, or one of the hardest hit industries, I would say, due to COVID. But it's definitely not, it's not just for, tourism and hospitality businesses. We prioritize them when we get all the applications in because of how it was built. But if we have some room, we will certainly take in great applicants that are from other industries that have a great application, a great business idea.
Very good. And one last question for you as well. How do people get involved in the program? So we've talked about that October 25th being when applications open. What is the process for businesses who are interested?
So you can visit our website for all the requirements if you are interested in signing up for the program. As you know, yes, October 25th is when the applications launch. So you just visit one of the three websites. Actually, there's information on both the town of Georgina, town of East Gwillimbury, and York University's Y-Space website. If you Google Business Bounce Back, we should be right at the top right there. And yes, you visit our website, the application will be readily available for you to download and to view on the 25th. And then I believe there's about a 3-week application window, and then we'll close off. And the actual cohort launches on November the 29th, and the cohort runs until March 31st.
Very good. And how many businesses are you accepting?
So this is our last and final cohort. We can only have a max of 75 participants in the full program for the year. So we only have 28 spaces left. So they're quite hot commodity. If you are really interested in applying for the cohort, I encourage you to do that. And yeah, we're excited to see all the applications that are going to be coming in October.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you, Christina. Thank you to everybody who's been on the show today and talking a little bit about the Bounce Back program. For more information, we've had websites up throughout the show. So certainly lots of great ways that you can connect with not only the town of Georgina, town of East Gwillimbury, and York University's Y-Space. For more information about our show and Mind Your Business, you can head to the Rogers TV website. You can head to georginachamber.com. And of course, all of our past episodes are available at the Rogers YouTube channel. So there's lots of opportunity to take a look at the programs that exist and the episodes that we've talked about several different businesses and grants in this community. For now, that's it on this Mind Your Business. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.